So today I'm going to be reorganizing our dining room into our homeschool room. We have a whole designated homeschool room that we have kind of been using on and off this entire school year, but definitely not right now. And I'll show you why in just a second. But we already have been doing our morning subjects and our group subjects in the dining room. That's where our morning card is and everything. So I figured let's just go ahead and move everything over here. I obviously will not empty the entire contents of an entire room into my dining room, but I'm just getting the essentials. I'm trying to pare down a little bit and really just focus on what do I really need for my homeschool, not what I think I need, not what everybody else has on, YouTube or Instagram, but what is actually needed and focusing on that. Also, I wanted to share last week, I did a homeschool mid-year review, mid-year update, and I shared a giveaway from Creative Fabrica. They are an awesome homeschool or just regular, you don't even have to homeschool your kids. My daughter who doesn't homeschool, she still loves to print out all of their printables, but they have a teacher club card that I've talked about multiple times on the channel. It's $2.99 for the entire year. You get 260 downloads, educational downloads for just $2.99 for the entire year. So it's a really, really great deal. It's an awesome resource. We have used it in multiple ways throughout our homeschool, and that is something I'm going to continue to use throughout the rest of the year. It's just been really fun. My girls have enjoyed using their resources and picking things out. So I did share a giveaway. There was an Amazon gift card giveaway, so I am going to announce the winner to that in just a little bit. There's actually been multiple reasons why we haven't been doing school in our schoolroom, and this for several months I've been really going back and forth, like, do we even need all of this? I have realized that it is a very, very, very hard for me to keep on top of my entire house and a schoolroom too. It's a fairly large schoolroom. It was a garage. So, I mean, there's a good amount of space. And, we've had the schoolroom for like 4 years now. And I'm thinking that maybe it's time to just let that go for now and get back to making things simple here in our dining room, because honestly, I keep doing the same thing, expecting different results, and nothing is changing. It's really, really hard for me to keep on top of that and keep that straightened up and cleaned and organized. It is a magnet for clutter. It is a magnet for like chaos, and it's just really, really hard for me to keep on top of that. We have a fairly decent sized house. It's not small, but it's not excessively large or anything, but it's a good size house to keep on top of. So there is just a lot of that, and I'm realizing like in this time I really, really, really need simple. So I actually am thinking, and have been since before the year, it just happened to coincide with the new year, that I am going to be really just focusing on truly getting rid of all the excess clutter in my house, things that I don't need, we haven't used in years, probably will not use, just really focusing on why I'm having, why do I have this in my house? And how much mental space it is taking up. And what has been so helpful has just been watching several YouTube channels on minimalism. And again, that's not what I am aiming for. I don't need to be a minimalist, but I do want my house to be simple. That's my goal, is simple. I prefer that word to minimalism. So with that thought in mind, I just having all this extra space and for a schoolroom, I just, at this point in my life, don't need that. I want to keep our school days simple and just slow down a little bit and not have so much to feel the pressure to keep on top of and to keep picked up and tidy. It's just one extra area. So we don't really use our dining room. And so yes, will it get messy? As you can see here, yes, of course. But there's a reason for that as well, which I'll show you right now. Here's a little sneak peek, just real life under renovations and construction. So we have a stove and a microwave here in our living room. I have stuff behind the couch, some stuff I'm keeping, some stuff I'm getting rid of. We have laundry and we have a refrigerator here, lots of dust because they have been doing construction in our house, and this actually just came the other day, just yesterday. It's amazing the amount of dust. All of that dust came from this room, and I'll show you in just a second our family room. Even though they put up those cloths there, it really, even though they put up the cloth, the plastic doorway cover things, dust still is getting everywhere. So as you can see here, this is our kitchen. I'm not gonna do a whole getting into that. Like I said, I think I'm gonna just make a quick little video to do a kind of document the renovation, but that is what's going on now. This is what our family room looks like currently. And then here is our used to be schoolroom. It is now our makeshift kitchen, pantry, storage. It has our dry goods. It has silverware and everything in that. And so that is what our schoolroom has become for the last several weeks. And then coming out of the schoolroom, it's gonna loop back around here to our front entry, which has paint and just everything. The dog bed, the dog food, it's just a big mess. Yeah, it's just a mess. What's really funny is it looks like I haven't cleaned in weeks, but that's not true. If you know how it is with kids and things like that, our house was, this dining room and living room were completely clean, perfect, everything in order. One morning, we were gone all day, came back. The next morning, it was complete chaos. I'm like, we weren't even home all day. What happened? How did this become like this? So this is literally just like after a day or so of living. It's truly remarkable how quickly things can become undone. And so again, just knowing that and keeping that in mind, there's not only the day-to-day stuff to keep up with, but when you have all of the excess, it just makes it feel like it's such a burden and load, and it makes it that much heavier. So keeping that in mind is again why I want to get back to simple. I want my household to be a place of peace and relaxation and comfort and coziness and care and love. And I want to be able to keep on top of that without it becoming overwhelming, or if I get behind a day or two, that it just becomes craziness because we have so much stuff. So obviously for the next several weeks, my house is going to be in a little bit of a chaotic state. That is normal and to be expected. But my hope and goal is that afterwards we can start to really focus on what matters and what we really want to keep and not. And I have realized that at least in this season, for the rest of the whole school year, we are going to just continue to do school here in our dining room and then in the living room on the couch if we want to do some reading and things like that, and just kind of let the schoolroom be for now, our formal schoolroom, let that be for now. Okay, so sorry if you can hear my husband's music in the back. He is working in the other room. So this is what I'm talking about. So this is all curriculum we will be using this year, but these are our old science units and they are all organized, and I just need to, I'm not going to redo them. They're all the good and the beautiful science units. We're not going to redo them. And so like, why are they here? Let me just sell them and be done with them. And they're taking up so much room in this little space that I have. And so while I do like to save a lot of my curriculum and things that we've used, stuff like this can just go. We've kind of been doing school all over the place. So here in the dining room, but if it's too loud with like the construction work, then we will go upstairs to my room. We've even gone to the library, over to my mom's house. We're just trying to switch it up. So it has gone everywhere. So Larissa's like, what about those things I used to use? You remember? I don't know, this back in the, I don't know, probably still is, but I haven't used them in a few years. But back in the day, these little tubs, I can't even move it, were everywhere. Everybody had them. But we have outgrown them. So right now, she just kind of put some of her stuff. It doesn't all fit, but I'm going to put all of this and all of Lola's stuff in that other little cabinet, so it'll all fit nicely. I have always said you don't need a schoolroom when I've given homeschool room tours, and you'll hear most people, homeschooler moms, say that. Like, you really don't need that. It is nice if you want it, or if you have the space for it, or whatever it may be, but you don't need it. And at this point, I thought I would never go back to not having one. We're taking it back to our OG days of homeschooling, like 5 years ago when we did our school here in the dining room. And so I never thought I'd take it back here, but it's really funny how the Lord moves and works and just places different desires in our hearts for what He knows is best for us. So that is, I think, what is going to be the best decision for us for at least the rest of this year. I don't know what it'll look like next year. I was able to get everything in here, and there's still actually a little bit of space. I love that everything's not like completely jammed in. So this is all of Lola's stuff in her curriculum. This is my teacher guides and some whiteboards, our knowledge crates. This is our extra like poetry books. This is Beautiful Feet books. These are our science units that we still have to do for this year. And then I was able to get all of Larissa's stuff in here. I just left everything that she does on a daily basis in here. And then anything that she only does every once in a while, like art and things like that, I'm putting back in our old schoolroom. So everything right now can fit in here. This is all of our independent work, and then excess stuff we'll use this year. This is so crazy. I just swept the other day, and this is how much dust is just from them sanding the walls down. That's how much dust has like seeped under there. So I obviously have to give this floor a very good sweeping, mopping, all of that. The space is cleared and ready to go. We just have our little carousel of markers and dry erase markers. This is kind of my like to-do list. Ignore my sloppy handwriting. These index cards, these are for Alexia. She when she has like science and history tests, she uses these for her study to put the questions on. So it's just easier. If they're right there, she's not having to ask me, where are my cards? Where are my cards? So this is all that's going on here. And then I have updated our morning cart, got rid of a lot of stuff. The girls went through all of their, oh my goodness, I'm totally blanking. It's been a long day. Their coloring books. And then this is just like glue, tape, colored pencils, and then some of our morning stuff and our read alouds and these arithmetic concept cards. I haven't used them in a long time, so I should get rid of them, but I'm gonna see if maybe if they're up higher in a more visible area, if I use them. If I don't use them by the end of the year, they're going. Pencils, pens, and scissors, just kind of some miscellaneous bookmarks and things like that. And then here we have all of our main morning stuff. So this is like, whoa, this is our Bible curriculum, our histories, sciences, and then maps book. And this is just a really big poetry book that doesn't fit in this second shelf. So this is nice and organized, and this is all we will need. I already showed you what is in there. So this is really all we'll need. I do have some extra stuff in our old school room, like overflow of books in our printer and things like that. But for the most part, like most of it is right here. And then in here we have some Play-Doh and puzzles and scrapbook stuff. The girls actually just went through and got rid of a bunch of scrapbook supplies and puzzles they're not going to be using. So I said, if it doesn't fit in here, we can't keep it. So that's all of like their, like Lola's Play-Doh. She loves to do that. So that is that. And then in this cabinet right here is just some extra food pantry supplies. On a random note, my poor palm tree is like dying. I think we brought it in too late this fall. So I've been trying to water it and give it some love at TLC. So hopefully we can revive it a little bit, but goodness, it looks a little, very, very pathetic. This took much longer than I anticipated. It doesn't look like it would take very long, but goodness, it took quite a long time. And I am so satisfied. I said, at least I have one room in this house, at least in our downstairs area, that is everything's where it should be and is clean and organized and straightened up. And so we can start school tomorrow in the morning fresh clean, everything's organized and ready to go. I'm very excited about that. And I was contacted with who the winner was, and the winner for the gift card for Amazon from Creative Fabrica was Raylene MJ. Creative Fabrica will be in contact with you to verify your information, and they will send out the gift card. Congratulations. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. I hope you have a really, really wonderful day, and hopefully you're encouraged a little bit or motivated or inspired to either organize your schoolroom or realize that, hey, I don't need a schoolroom in order to have a successful homeschool. Thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you soon.